Good fences make good neighbors. You ever heard that phrase? Well, I'll tell you, here at Meck-Tech, we get a lot of phone calls about fences and property lines. Welcome to Meck-Tech Mini. Today we're going to talk about property surveys. But you know what? It's a nice day, but it's kind of hot, and I'm used to being inside. We're going to move inside, and I'll tell you all about property surveys. See you in a second. Welcome back. That's better. Nothing like climate control. Anyway, we'll frequently get phone calls saying, my neighbor's building a fence and it's on my property. We just need you to come out and set this one line. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. We can't just set one line. We have to do a boundary survey, especially for town lots. Maybe if you've got 300 acres out in the country and your farm line is in jeopardy, there's a possibility you can find a couple known corners, a couple known pins, and feel comfortable setting some lines. But you got to remember, we're professionals and we're licensed professionally, and when we put our name on something, it means we think it's right. You know, anybody can say the sky is purple and sign their name to it. The sky's not purple, but they said it was, and just because they said it was doesn't mean it is. So when we put our seal on something, we got to make sure it's right. We can't just go out there and find two pins and think, oh, they've never been reset, they must be right, and just say, okay, that's the line, walk away, put our name on it. So the first thing we have to do is pull deeds. We have to pull not just your deed, but we have to pull the deeds of all your neighbors. And then we take those deeds and we plot them in CAD, in the computer, and we fit them together like a jigsaw puzzle in CAD. And you know, you might not believe it if you don't work with us every day, but deeds are terrible sometimes. They don't close. You'll plot them, and when you put the starting point in and come around and finish, you're 10 feet off. What are you supposed to do with that? Well, that's what the licensed surveyor does. He figures out what to do with that by looking at your deed and your neighbor's deed and your other neighbor's deed. Sometimes we have to plot everything between streets because we know what street right-of-ways are, and the streets were laid out 100 years ago, and there's this plan that shows lots. And we know that every lot is 80 feet wide or 100 feet wide or whatever it is. And we have to sometimes go from street to street and locate where these lots are to make things work. So we pull the deeds, we plot the deeds. We'll jump in the truck and go out in the field. We'll see if we can find any pins. And we look real close to see if pins we find look like they've been moved, because you know, sometimes people move pins. And then we go out with our equipment and we locate any pins we find. And we bring that back in and we put that in CAD. And we compare that to what we plotted in CAD for the deeds, and we see how things fit. And then we work our magic. We'll move our magic wand because we're professional land surveyors. And we say, here's where the corners are. And then we load our data collector up, and we go back out to the field, and we set any pins that haven't already been set. And we'll spray paint orange and put flagging on it so everybody can see and know that this is the boundary. And finally, we'll create an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper with your property plat on it, and we'll deliver it to you. We've been doing this for almost 50 years. We do it every day. We want to do it for you if you need it too. Call us for price. We'll be glad to help. See you on the next Meck-Tech Minute.